It is made clear right away in the movie. The World War ended 300 years ago. It suggests that within the last 300 years, a major war started, which brings about the destruction of the entire world. A picture of a spaceship with passengers from all over the world is present. Moreover, it was well known that the people who lived on that spacecraft dumped their trash on the planet. One day, a robot is found in the trash by a scientist. It was a unique robot, made equally of human and machine parts, not an ordinary robot. This scientist lifts the robot to get it to his house, and he fixes it perfectly. It is utilized to build a new body. The robot, a female, awakens the following morning. It was overjoyed to get a new body. The female robot then inquired, "Who am I?" to the scientist. "What brought me here? What is my origin?" The origin of the woman is unknown to the scientist. As a result, the doctor says nothing. "But my physician just informed me when we discovered you in the garbage, your half of a body was damaged. Your mind, however, was clear. We then repair your body. It means that you have been joined to a new human body." The world is then shown by the doctor. When she sees the city, that robot woman gets excited. A glimpse of the spacecraft is also shown. "What exactly is it?" she asks the scientist. "If so, is it a true world?" The doctor explains that it was the last city standing after the war, also known as Sky City. In Sky City, life is pleasant. There is a strong desire to visit, because there is a higher class, whereas in our world, there is a lower class. The doctor then gives the robot a name. "Your name is now Alita," he says. Hearing its name makes Alita happy. The robot physician also informs Alita that all people living in our country are employed by Sky City, because Sky City has a large number of farms, businesses, and factories. After that, Alita meets Hugo, a boy. Hugo remarks on Alita's physique after observing it. Because of how robotically strong its body was, Alita and Hugo are getting along great. In that city, a girl is killed at the same time. In reality, a career criminal who used to kill girls after grabbing them used to live in that city. He then used to market their body parts for sale. At the same time, Alita sees a doctor returning from somewhere to his or her home. The scientist's hands are covered in blood, as Alita notices. Given what is evident, it is unlikely that a doctor is the assassin responsible for the city's murders. The scientist's wife appears to meet him the following day, as a result of their divorce. Here, it is revealed that his daughter's body is actually the one in the altered human form with Alita. His daughter had passed away, so he gave Alita her body. Then Hugo asks Alita to play along with him in the game. Additionally, the city knew about this game. While playing this game flawlessly, Alita fascinates other people. That game is also won by Alita. Later, Hugo drives Alita to his favorite location. It was a building's roof from which one could see the entire city. From here, Sky City was also getting closer. There's also a large pipe. According to Hugo, all objects from Sky City arrive on Earth via this pipe. "I'm having trouble getting to Sky City." "Remember, I'll get there eventually." Alita inquires, "How does this Sky City appear?" Hugo says so, and the doctor discovered you in the trash. That garbage came from Sky City. It denotes that you have arrived from Sky City. Alita, on the other hand, had no recollection of it, and she'd forgotten about her past. She had, in fact, lost her memory. The doctor leaves the house the next day, and Alita is on his tail. Alita realizes here that the doctor is not a murderer. However, he is a hunter warrior. Hunter warriors are people who go after and kill criminals. The killer's dead bodies are later taken to the factory. In their place, a large reward is given. Here, Alita is aware of the doctor's reality. At the same time, the serial killer is closing in on them. He was the same assassin who had been murdering the girls, but he lived in the city. Then Alita confronts the assassin. It batters him so severely that he flees. While Alita is successful in killing the other murderer, the doctor and Alita then proceed to the factory, where they receive a $20 reward in place of the killer's head. Following that, the doctor tells Alita his story. How did he earn the moniker Hunter Warrior? And what caused it to occur? He tells me about the time when my wife, daughter, and I lived together. They built a robot one day, and the robot kidnapped their daughter by breaking into their home. That doctor had had enough of that robot after this incident. In addition, the doctor harmed his own robot. The doctor then transformed into a hunter warrior right after that. Then a man named Vector appears on the scene. In fact, Vector was the mastermind behind the race game. Vector was in charge of organizing this game. Vector can also be seen with the doctor's wife. It is revealed here that the doctor's wife is pulling a prank with Vector. He will send her to Sky City, as Vector promised. As a result, the doctor's wife is also a doctor who works for Vector. The same robot who was spoiled by Alita is then shown. That robot advances to Vector. It informs him that Alita is the source of my body distortion. Vector criticizes the robot, saying, "Have you returned after being beaten by a little girl?" The robot reveals that she is not a young girl, but the most powerful. Vector tells the robot, "Now it is your mission. You must bring Alita before me after you have damaged her." Then Hugo brings Alita to see the race game. The winner of this game is sent to Sky City. He also tells Alita. Alita gets excited when she hears it. Then Hugo shows Alita a ship. "It's the ship of the enemies from 300 years ago," he explains. When Alita looks at the ship, she is captivated. So Alita walks over to the ship and jumps into the water. In the ship, Alita also discovers a highly technological body. Alita returns to the doctor and takes that body with her. "Fix this body with it," he tells the physician. "Replacing it means to adjust my head to this body." But the doctor declines to do it. He claims that this body is strong and equipped with fixed weapons. If this body is permanently attached to you, you'll become extremely menacing. That you'll kill the people and obliterate the world is far too ominous. In response to this rejection, Alita acts aggressively. Then Alita shifts to the factory. When it arrives, it makes the decision that it is now also a hunter warrior. It goes out with Hugo to a club. There were all of the city's hunters present. Everyone is prompted to agree that Vector, a robot, should be destroyed because it is the same assassin who has killed everyone in the city. Additionally, it is taking the lives of other people. The hunter humiliates Alita in front of the others. "How will you kill someone, you little thing?" he asks. "How did you develop into a hunter warrior?" After hearing it, Alita confronts him without beating him up, and his bottom is on the ground. All hunters are stunned by what they see. In the meantime, Vector's robot shows up there, which has now grown in size, due to the fact that the doctor's wife upgraded it. There, Alita is attacked by that robot. In response, Alita also attacks it, and to protect himself, that robot goes through a tunnel. After that, Alita follows him to that underground location. They engage in a combative exchange. Finally, the robot kills Alita by dismembering its body. The doctor and Hugo get there at the same time. They battled the robot and defeated it, and they set its body afire. The robot then makes a break for it in order to save its life. Alita's damaged body is delivered home by the doctor. The entire body of Alita was harmed. Without any other choice, the doctor uses Alita to fix the body, which he had learned while on the ship. When Alita awakens the following morning, it is at ease because it has a new body. It had strength and equipment, and through that body, fire can also be generated. It feels good, Alita, to have this new body. The following day, Alita visits Hugo to demonstrate its robotic body. Hugo likes how its outfitted body looks and feels. He's equally as impressed. Here, Hugo tells Alita that he wants to visit Sky City soon. However, in order to enter, everyone must score. And these points can be obtained by killing opponents or winning races. When Alita hears it, she gives Hugo her artificial heart and pulls it out. And it cries out, "Take my mechanical heart. Promote it. You will earn some points by doing this. After that, you can visit Sky City." Additionally, Alita's robotic heart is not merely routine. Rather, it is endowed with great power. And that artificial heart is just as powerful. This robotic heart could provide this city with electricity for many months. Because the energetic rays in this robotic heart, Alita is not allowed to take Hugo's artificial heart, though. He claims, "I don't require it. You are welcome to keep it safe in your custody, because you need your artificial heart desperately." He claims, "Participate in the race game, please, because I think you could win the race. If you win, we'll both relocate to Sky City." When Alita hears it, she immediately agrees. She then prepares to participate in the game, and because she cared for Hugo, she wanted to do it for him. After that, Vector shows up and employs the assassins and hunters to put an end to Alita. In order to get to Sky City, he promises to give everyone 5 million points if they kill Alita while racing. The hunter who Alita had beaten in the club is then seen. And for her humiliation, he wanted to exact retribution on Alita. He was now going to exact revenge on Hugo. He claims that Hugo killed a man. Now that Hugo was accused of trying to kill someone, he had begun to act criminally. On the other hand, Alita shows up, who had participated in the race that was about to begin. The competition's murderers all turn into Alita's rivals. They then hurt Alita. However, Alita was also on par with them. She therefore confronts them one by one as she continues to kill them. Then Hugo calls Alita, who answers. He informs me that Hunter is now my rival. He also wants to take my life. After that, Alita flees the race to save Hugo. Once there, Alita severely beats the hunter. The fact that Hugo has turned into a criminal is made known to the entire city, but he was also wanted. The capturer will receive a reward of $30. The local police then show up to put a stop to Hugo. Everyone agreed that Hugo is a criminal, so it is imperative to put an end to him. We all therefore command Alita to execute Hugo. However, he is not killed by Alita. However, Hugo, the hunter's final victim, uses a sword to attack. And right now, Hugo is breathing his last. The first time you see it, Hugo is done. Then the doctor's spouse arrives, who tells Alita to chop off Hugo's head. Because his head will be used to adjust a body. He will become a robot too, because the doctor's wife was now a gentlewoman. She also wanted to do it in order for Hugo to regain consciousness. Alita has been acting similarly as of late. Hugo's head is dissected in front of everyone by her. Hugo's head is later taken to the doctor, who performs an operation on another body using Hugo's head as a replacement. Thus, Hugo is given new life. The fact that Hugo now has a robotic body like Alita makes them both happy. The doctor informs Alita that Vector cheats everyone because he defrauds you of a sizable sum of money and then promises to send you to Sky City. Even no human visits Sky City while spending that much money. Additionally, only those who live in Sky City are permitted to visit and live there. And the race winner can travel from this world to the Sky City. No one else may go there otherwise. The doctor adds, "My wife and I were born in the Sky City, Alita. And we had come here to have our daughter treated. They got trapped here after that." Alita becomes irate upon hearing it. She then departs to murder Vector. The machines of Vector attack Alita as soon as she enters the factory. But Alita now has a powerful robotic body. As a result, Alita kept killing everyone one by one. Alita attacks all machines and robots before going to Vector to kill him. However, Vector the robot shows up there. It strikes Alita, wounding her, and she collapses. Then Alita revives her past-related memories, as its memory, which had been lost, is preserved. Alita recalls that she was a warrior and took part in the conflict that lasted for about 300 years. However, Alita's friends and allies perished in that war. But Alita was also put in the trash, which seriously hurt her. In this instance, Alita thinks that the owner of Sky City has restored its memory. Additionally, he had terminated all of Alita's friends. Alita recalls that her goal at this point is to kill the proprietor of Sky City. When Alita thinks back on these events, it gets emotional because it realizes it has lost all of its friends. Additionally, it turns hostile. Then Alita is attacked by the robot, and using its sword to attack, Alita slashes that robot to pieces. At the same time, Alita uses its sword to attack Vector, and Vector passes away there and then. Alita learns that Hugo is relocating to Sky City, climbing those pipes after receiving the doctor's call. Next, Alita advances while pursuing him. You need not go to the Sky City, it instructs him, simply because there is no upside. We will live in this world and go about our daily lives. When Hugo hears Alita, he concurs. The proprietor of Sky City, however, was viewing it from the upside down, so he uses his weapon to attack them. Hugo's entire body is consequently dismembered. He is also being held by Alita, but Alita unintentionally lets go of Hugo, as he consequently plummets from a great height. Hugo and Alita's passing is deeply regretted, and she begins to cry. Now Alita decides that visiting Sky City will put an end to the city's owner, because it wanted to exact revenge for Hugo's passing. It is evident that Alita also prevailed in that contest, and it raises its sword to face Sky City upside down. It also declares, "I am coming to kill and avenge you," to the owner of Sky City. Watch, I'll make you feel guilty and forbid you from living. The movie also brings this scene to a close.